Moshi moshi, motherfuckers. Moshi moshi! How y'all doing? So this is going to be something a little bit different. Panda's not playing video games or anything today. Panda talked to some of y'all about some shit in Twitch, which, for those of you who don't know, back in high school and stuff, I used to help teach to get a little bit of an extra better bit of a grade. Panda is by no means qualified to teach, but I liked parts of history. I really enjoyed parts of history, especially Roman history. So what the plan is today is I'm going to tell you all about some of the greatest warriors that have ever existed. Likely ones that you've never heard of. Everyone's heard of Alexander the Great, Attila the Hun, Genghis Khan, Lubu, Nobunaga. Everyone's heard of those boys. But we want to get into the cream of the crop. The ones that skate under the radar. The ones that no one's heard of, that Panda's about to let the fucking world know of right now. So what better place to kick it off than 66 AD Rome? Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is where we're kicking it off. This is roughly 66 AD to 145 AD in Rome-ish. Now, back in those days, a handful of things were happening. Roughly about this time, Rome was under the conquer of an emperor named Hadrian. Hadrian, however you want to pronounce it. What you gotta understand about this dude is he was pretty fucking badass himself. Let's be real here. That man took war as a fucking common thing. This man every damn day woke up and chose violence, and I respect him for that. But one of the things that he did do, which maybe fucking shouldn't have, is during the Judean-Roman War, he had decided to build what's called this thing right here is called the Colony Aela Capitolina. What he did that was so fucked up was he erected this bad son of a bitch right on top of the ruins of Jerusalem. Yeah. Might not have wanted to do that. But this was seen as the final straw. The construction of it right on top of Jerusalem. This was the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. This caused a rebellion by a man who I'm going to butcher the name of right fucking now, Shimon Bar Kokhba. I mean, shit. Look at this beautiful motherfucker. Look at him. Got the beard and the wavy hair and shit. Why did everyone look the same back then? But what this gentleman did that's so fucking important was then he started a revolt. This man decided to just go after the fucking Roman Empire, which is the coolest shit imaginable and something they'll never teach you in school for some reason. It's always about Rome defeating fucking everyone. This man went after them. What had happened upon this part was being coined the new Messiah by his followers. This man took a handful of people, a couple of followers here and there, and this man wanted beef. He wanted to fight. This man took it to the fucking front gates and ended up flooding the floors of the Roman Empire. Out of nowhere, bunch of bad motherfuckers who look just like this stormed back. Hadrian had decided to respond by sending 6 legions to Judea. They marched over there, and upon a 4-year war, this is where we roughly believe the story took place of one Flammer, the Flame Gladiator. In Panda's books, one of the most badass warriors of all time. This dope as shit motherfucker would have been about 14 when the legionaries invaded. 14. And this man, this boy, at the age of 14 thought, fuck it, the internet's out because we're in 145 AD, 2nd century, I'm going to war. This gentleman picked up a sword and shield and fought alongside his family and friends in a 4-year revolt. 4 fucking years, man. Holy shit! Now we're going to fast forward a little bit because it's not illegal for me to do so. He's about 17, 18 years old. They lose the war, sadly. This gentleman might have watched his family and friends die at the age of like 14 to 17. Absolutely heart-crushing. This is how it is predominantly believed that he became a slave. This is all theoretical. You see, we don't exactly know how Flammer come to be a slave. There's also large portions of stories that support him just being effective Roman auxiliary legionary. But again, no one actually knows how this badass came to be. He just kind of fucking exists. But we spoke about the nice story, let's speak about the bad one. If this Roman auxiliary legionary story is true, odds are he was posted to Syria during the Hadrian times. Now, during the revolt of old mate Bar Kokhba, who I'm still going to butcher the name of, he likely got sent to be a slave for disobeying a direct order. Back in those days, you disobeyed a direct order from your commander in the Roman legionary, you were untrustworthy, marked as fucking a disgrace, and you just essentially fought in the gladiatorial arena for the rest of your life. Here's the cool part. Whatever you fucking believe about this gentleman, wherever you decide that he fucking became to be, I don't care if you decided he was a fucking descendant of a fire-breathing sheep overlord. The result is still the same. At the age of 17, he was a gladiator in the arena. Starting off, probably fighting just sort of other common lower rank people in a term that they used as the Gregari, or Gregari. However you want to pronounce it, I don't really know. I'm not Roman. Just understand that when you're a Gregari, the survival rate for you are fucking low. You see, up and up ranks, it's not as uncommon for them to leave you alive after defeating you, because the crowd want to see you fight again. When you're a Gregari, if you lose, you're going to break out in a rash of fucking stab wounds, okay? You are going to probably die. The survival rate is incredibly low. Most gladiators, on average, made it 10 bouts. They only made it to the age of roughly 20 to 25. Not very long in their career. Horribly sad thing, but these motherfuckers went at it. But, you know, what else can Youngflemmer do? You know, he's just a 17-year-old kid, literally on slave row, waiting for his time to die. What else can this gentleman do? Except win the fucking hearts of everyone. This dude went on a fucking rampage. This dude was nuttier than squirrel turds. Something about this kid was different. I don't fucking know why, and we don't know a lot about him. But understand, most of your gladiators, dead at roughly 20 to 25, having about 10 bouts. Some of the senior, the best veterans in the fucking gladiatorial business had roughly 12 to 15 fights. Doesn't sound like a lot when you're nearly getting stabbed to death every other fucking weekend. It's a hell of a lot to damn cope with, okay? It's not very fucking fun. Aside from all the backstory and all that bullshit and how it come to be, one thing won't change. This motherfucker, in his career, had 34 fights. 34. 4 of which he lost, 9 of which he drew, 21 of which he won. This man was out there clapping cheeks at the age of 17. What the fuck were we doing? This man slayed everyone, okay? He had constant bouts with some of the most veteran people and left them alive. Other ones, not so fucking lucky. Hey, sometimes you just fucking get past. But he started off against other Gregari. These are they're cannon fodder. They're basically NPC. They're just other commoners, slaves who don't really know what the fuck's happening. But that built him a mission into Gladiator School. Now, what Gladiator School is they essentially put you in a rank. The ranks have never fully been discerned. And they send you off to go fucking learn. Ta-da! It wasn't that good. You know, if you're ever sitting there thinking, damn, that'd be a lot of fun. These guys literally lived off like wheat, vegetables, and fruit. Meat was a rarity. Whether he was the defective Roman or the Syrian son, whatever he was forgotten. He was loved by everyone. There wasn't a single person that went into that arena that didn't want to see him fight. So, the man's now had 34 fights. He was left alive for his 4 losses. He went on to die at the ripe old age, the ancient fucking age of 30. It's believed that he lost predominantly and died. It's also believed that he got very, very sickly ill. Again, 30 is not a fucking young age back then. 30 is literally ancient. But where all this comes into it, as a gladiator, the one thing you fight for, the prize, the big fucking thing at the end, once you've won the adornment of the crowd, once you've proved you're a great warrior, once you've done every fucking conceivable thing there is to do inside that gladiatorial arena, is your ass gets presented with this thing. What the fuck is this? It's a wooden sword. It's called a rudis. Oh, you also get presented your fucking freedom. You get a chance to live outside the walls of death. You get a chance to go back out, a loved, adored person, into the fucking community, where no doubt in my mind you would be hailed as basically a fucking god under the Roman Empire for all you've done and all the fucking entertainment you've given people. Right? Who the fuck doesn't want that after years of killing people and almost being killed? This guy. He doesn't want it. As a matter of fact, he doesn't want it so bad, he turns it down 4 times. He turned down freedom 4 times so that he could fight in the arena. There has been no other gladiator who turns it down that many times. Maybe we're looking at 1 or 2 that have turned it down. This man done it 4 fucking times because all he wanted to do was fight. Flemmer, the Flame, in my books, for that reason alone, is one of the most badass, greatest warriors of all time. You know, it's awkward to talk about these things because you sit there and you think about the shit that you go through on a daily basis that upsets your day. Your boss is being a prick, it's raining outside and you had to go for a walk, you know, you fucking had to get up early. This dude at the age of 17 was killing motherfuckers. All the way up until he died. He was killing motherfuckers. That's all he wanted to do. That was it. That was the drive. That was his motive. That was his ambition. Murk motherfuckers as much as humanly possible. The people that he defeated, he absolutely crushed. We're talking veterans of the gladiatorial arena. He walked through them in a result that I believe would kind of look like this. Bro, you ain't gonna crush me. Today, you getting your shit pushed in. Run them paws, motherfucker! Put your hands up, bitch. Catch his fucking blood. But I challenge any of you. Find me another gladiator that did that. That is amazing. Slaying probably hundreds of people in his lifetime, including the wars that he went through as a child. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. Flemmer, the Flame Gladiator, in my books, is one of the greatest warriors of all time. If you all liked this, and you got some suggestions on how to get it better, let me know. But until then, I'm gonna catch you all next time. Take care of yourselves and others. I love you all. Let's get out of here. Scram!